Everyone, my name is AnnickMagac. I am the author of Clear: How to Simplify Your Life and Live More Fearlessly. I'm also a coach, and today I was a hockey player. So I've just cleaned up and I've spent most of the day today at a hockey rink. And I wanted to talk to you guys about hockey and a quote that I had on my mind. Since I've got hockey on my mind, I have this quote from Wayne Gretsky, and I don't know if I have any hockey players in the house or anybody who watches pro hockey, but Wayne Gretsky is a retired player. He was number 99, and my number this year for my women's hockey team is number 9, so I'm half of Gretsky, not even half in his talent, but half of Gretsky. And also, as you might all remember if you're older, Gordie Howe was also number 9. So I couldn't get my number that I wanted, but I got number 9, and it's a family favorite. So it was really great it's an honor basically to be able to have this number 9 jersey. So I joined this women's hockey team this year, and I had been wanting to do and play hockey for years and years and years. I played in high school. I went to a high school that was really well known for women's hockey. And hi, Mark, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Mark, thanks for showing. This is a total side note, so let me just talk to Mark for a second. Mark, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing Michelle's, her broadcast. It was really great. I'm actually part of Toastmasters, so I really resonated with what she had to say today about Toastmasters International. And she just seems like an absolutely beautiful person. So thanks for sharing that. So one of the great things I love about Periscope is making these connections, and once people, you kind of start building this community. Cool. You start to build this community and start to get to know people through this medium, which is much more honest than I would say writing or even Instagram, where you're posting pictures. Because thanks, Mark, I appreciate that. There's a lot that we can lie about. Even on video, yeah, you can lie. I could definitely edit stuff, but I definitely think that you get much more of a person's personality and who they are through video, because it's really hard to, not mess up and not have people see it, right? So cool. So Mark, before you got on, I was just talking about hockey, as in I was telling everybody how I had joined a hockey team, and I had been so I played in high school, and I went to this really great high school that had a phenomenal women's hockey team. I just happened to be there for like the glory years of the women's hockey team, and a lot of the women that I had, were there while I was there, like just in general, had been playing hockey their whole lives. I didn't start playing until I was in high school, so I played for 4 years from my freshman to my senior year. And I absolutely loved it. Hockey was something that was big in my family. I had a sibling who was really good in hockey, so I basically grew up in a hockey rink. But when I was young and I was a kid, there weren't girls' hockey team leagues around anywhere. And the women, when I went to high school and I found out these other women, they were in areas that actually had women's hockey teams. Anyway, things happen for a reason. And I'm happy that I wasn't that good in high school, because if I had been, I would have made different decisions in my life. I would have not gone to design school in New York City. I would have probably gone to a regular college that had a women's hockey team to play. And going to New York City at 17 was a life-changing event and set me on a very different course, one that I was much more meant for in my life. So fast forward a number of years, only like 5 years, right? Because I'm 25. Just kidding. I ended up wanting, for the past few years, my local town has this hockey rink, and I've been wanting to go and play hockey for a number of years. But because of my travel schedule with my corporate job, I wasn't able to make that work. Well, now that I am self-employed as an entrepreneur in coaching and public speaking, I have much more flexibility in my schedule, and I'm not traveling nearly as much as I was before. I was traveling about 80% of the time. So we had our second game today, and we won, which was fantastic. We won 3-0, which was really great. And I was thinking again about hockey today. It's on my mind, and I've been thinking about it. And I was thinking about a quote from Wayne Gretsky, and he says, "Thank you. Everybody's celebrating that we won. Woohoo! It does make you feel good. All that hard work you put in, it's nice to be rewarded." And I think that is something that we all can love and appreciate, is being rewarded for when we do well. I was thinking about Wayne Gretsky, and one of his famous quotes let me think about it for a second. Okay, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So Wayne Gretsky says, he's famous for saying this, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's a pretty powerful statement, and it's incredibly true. One of the reasons why I've decided to do this 5 days fearless challenge, which I want to invite all of you to, and I want to talk to you about today as well, is we often look at things as in we want to do them out there, like, out in this other area. It's just an idea, or it's just a notion, or wouldn't that be great if I did this? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? And I was thinking about that today. It took me a number of years. So it's been a very long time since I played hockey in high school. And I always thought in the back of my mind, it'd be really nice if I could play in a women's league at some point, if that even existed, because a number of years ago, you wouldn't really be able to find them. Well, fast forward, and it was always a want, right? But I didn't actually go for it or figure it out, except for the past 2 years when I specifically seeked out to play hockey. And that's where I found the rink, the team, where they were playing, what their schedule was, and all the information about it, and figuring out, okay, can I do this? So what Wayne Gretsky's also saying is that when you have these ideas in life, or you want your life to be a certain way, you can't make a change or make it happen if you don't do anything about it, right? So the 5-day fearless challenge, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this is that fear is a huge factor that keeps us from even taking the shot. It sounds great in theory, but we fear, what if I miss the net? What if I don't get it in? What if I'm not good enough? What if people make fun of me because I didn't make it? What if I fail? What if? And with all these what ifs, they really come from fear. They come from fear that maybe we won't be able to accomplish what we want, or even worse, that that goal is just so beyond our experience that we'll just never, I'll be disappointed if I never make it. So why should I even try? And people think of this all the time. And when I speak, I have a speech that I talk a lot about dreams. And this also plays into this, is that you always hear people say, dream big, dream big, dream big. It's not one of my favorite sayings, because most people don't know how to dream big. The only way that you really learn how to dream big is by asking questions and becoming informed. So when people say, I want to improve my life, but this person's able to do it because they come from money. This person's able to do it because they had a whole family, they had a loving family, and they had 2 parents there. This person was able to do it. And it's honestly, that's all baloney, because those are excuses. We live in the information age. If you want to change, you can do something about it. But the problem is that there's a big difference between wanting to change, exactly, leap big, Mark, and it's that we want to change, and the idea of change sounds a whole lot more fun than doing the work to change. And oftentimes the work actually isn't as much as we think it's going to take. It just seems like this big scary thing. And again, this is where fear enters. But like Wayne Gretsky says, you can't make a shot that you don't take, right? So what do you have to lose? I mean, really, in the scheme of things, and you start to look at, what if I didn't make this goal? What would be so terrible if I just didn't make it? So for me, I'm in a hockey game in a literal sense. I'm going to try as much as I can to hit the net. In a game situation, I might try to hit the net. Yes, that's true too. That is true too. If I keep hitting the net, I might try to do 50 shots. I wish, maybe in a game, really, I can maybe get 5 shots on net. I'm lucky, not lucky. Well, yeah, part of it is luck, that if 1 shot goes in, and my chances increase if I shoot on the net 50 times, then 5 times, that at some point within those 50 shots, probably more than one's going to get into the net. Depending on my skill level, my focus, my intent, the situation, everything that plays together. So the 5-Day Fearless Challenge is a way to start to get you to think and change your mindset around fear in our lives. Now, a lot of people say to me, I don't consider myself fearful. I feel like I'm a pretty fearless person. And I have no doubt. I hang out with type A people. That's just who I attract. I hang out with a lot of daredevils, but fear comes in many different ways, and it can come through with financial stress. It can come through in anxiety. It can come through in your relationships. It can come through in a work situation. We all live with fear. I want to give you guys the tools to be able to make these small changes, and this is over the course of 5 days. It takes less than 15 minutes a day, but each day in the 5-day series is going to build upon each day. So day 1, day 2 will build on day 1, 3 on 2, and 1. So that by the end, you feel like you've got this change happening. And I guarantee you that within 5 days, you're going to experience something different. And you're going to see a different side of yourself. And you're going to become much more aware of what's different. So when I say dream big, and that most people don't know how because they're not informed of what actually could I be possible to do or dream bigger, awareness is a key factor. If I think to myself, there is something bigger out there, you are eventually going to figure out what that is for you and what you can do. So if you can start to flex that fearless muscle and apply it to these different facets of your life, you're definitely going to see a change in yourself and in the way that you look at things. And really, it's going to be about your awareness. And I'm also going to give you the ability to try to take a few shots and see. In a safe group situation, if you miss those shots, who cares? At least you actually took them. Because at the end of the day, part of being fearless is just knowing, like, I've got nothing to lose. So if you are interested in joining this 5-day challenge, it starts Monday. I would love to have you. There's going to be a ton of support. Each day I'm going to give to you via email what the challenge is. And then I'm also going to get on Periscope each day at 12 o'clock to answer questions around the challenge. And also create a community so that we can discuss the different facets of the challenge that might be challenging, and also what kind of success you're getting from the different challenges. So the URL to sign up is AnnickMagac.com/5days with an S fearless. AnnickMagac.com/5days fearless. You can find the link in my Periscope bio. So just take a look there, follow the link /5days fearless, and get signed up, and we'll get started on Monday. It's 5 days of your life, which is super short in the scheme of things, in less than 15 minutes a day, unless you decide that you want to put more time into the actual challenge. So thank you so much. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Now go enjoy your weekend, because I'm going to try to go get some dinner with my man and have a fun time tonight.